Greetings, Sir and Sirettes, and welcome back to From the Depths with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the blood-red waters of the Scarlet Dawn. In today's episode, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be spawning in the ships of the past to fight the ships of the future. So against the Scarlet Dawn, we are going to be sending in things like the Bloodfang, the World Eater, the Word Bearer, and a few other craft I can think of, maybe even the Malal's Will, if we have enough time and I have enough resources. Because honestly, we've been seeing the Bloodhound a lot, we've been seeing our newest craft. I just want to know how the old craft, which are clearly not built to fight against the Scarlet Dawn, or even the later enemies anyway, will actually do. And I didn't realise you were moving so bloody quickly there. Hello, yeah, Nyalev. Could you get back there, buddy? Could you help out your friend? Your friend's in trouble. Go and help out your friend. Your friend would love some help right now. Now, excuse me, Mr. Scarlet Dawn, sir, but you are being very rude interrupting my intro. So what even are you? You are the Bishop, the Quasar, I want to say, and the Gemini. Well, now you're just food for the Nyalev. Well done. Which one's which? Big one at the back, Bishop. Being happily nommed by the two sets of lasers, although by the looks of things, yep, those are definitely anti-laser shields. Still getting through pretty well, though. Huzzah for Wavefront adjusters. Oh, whoa. That is psychedelic. Taste the rainbow, water. This thing can really take a beating. Oh, saying that, I don't think it's meant to be doing this. Are you trying to escape to space? I can't blame you if you are. You did just also take a particle cannon to the face, which, gotta be honest, isn't pleasant. Oh, that looks so painful with that laser where that's going. That's where no one wants a laser. Some serious heavy armor, though. Ooh, hello, shells. Oh yeah, I forgot about the other two. I was focusing so much on the Bishop. That's just taking one of the side laser sections, and it's holding off pretty well. Once again, if you see the shields popping up, it means they're actually working against the lasers. Really good anti-laser protection on the Scarlet Dawn. They definitely had that in mind. Ooh, aren't you a pretty thing? Oh, I love how the wings have been done there. Honestly, the Scarlet Dawn paint scheme is just glorious. The really bright blues with the blacks and reds is a really nice contrast. Oh yeah, you're fighting the other guy who I can't even see. Was wondering what the Bloodhound was doing. Oh, well, now he wants to kill this guy, so I'm assuming the other one's dead. Really need to change those fragment missiles so they're a little bit more... Well, the cone is a bit less everywhere. There we are. A nice clean battle, I believe. Yes, it was. Lovely. Nyalev, Bloodhound, Bloodhound, Nyalev. I don't think you've actually met. Okay, Nyalev, you need to move there to intercept that, which is going to try and attack our satellite. And all of our lovely new guests, could you please be repaired? Or put into existence. One of the two. That's going to cost a lot of resource. Thankfully, we did actually have quite a bit of resource since I sold some of the other stuff we weren't simply using. Now, with the Nyalev, which apparently took some damage on these barrels, what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and add some Strength 1 and Strength 2 shields. These are really cheap and are going to be placed in very specific locations, attached to the turrets, and a little bit in the center of mass around here. This way, when the enemy tries to attack with things like Graviton Rams or other such annoyances, we should have some protection. Very minor protection, but it's also very cheap. Shields only start to really get expensive, from my experience, when you go into Strength 4 and 5, and that's more against more traditional shell types. I'm actually really tempted to add some anti-laser shields. We could hide it here. There's two more... No, there's 3 more layers of armor behind this before there's an air gap. So we put that there. You know, I never use laser absorb. Absorbs a fraction of all incoming laser damage at an equal cost to the battery power. The equation for absorption fraction is that if the battery does not have enough energy to absorb the damage, then the shield does nothing against the laser blast. The current absorption fraction is therefore blah. And that changes. Okay. Yeah, I think it's worth it in certain locations. But saying that, I actually have smoke hidden underneath here as well. So actually, no, let's just stick with the basics. I'm now also realizing that this placement isn't really the best. The actual shield itself is quite vulnerable to EMP when it's like that. So we'll have to replace that, but the enemy are right. Where are they? There they are, just there. You could see them very clearly a second ago before it started to get to nighttime in the blood zone. Just you left there, my lovely little laser. Hello, lovely laser. There we are. All of the turrets and that section down there are now covered by Strength 3 and Strength 4 lasers, which are very, very cheap, which will hopefully protect against pure kinetic shells and graviton ram shells, which is very good. Now, the reason why you want to put them on your turrets, more than, let's say, just a piece of armor over here, is that, of course, the shield will then turn with the weapon itself. So as you're facing the enemy, so will the shield, and with all turrets facing one way, it will create a sort of wall effect. At least that's the idea, so the shield is always facing the enemy no matter where the enemy is. Of course, when you have very, very, very fragile areas or very important areas, like we do basically here and just underneath here, then adding shields there in a more static form would be good as well. But we also have smoke there, and we have our heaviest armor, so it's not as necessary. Oh my lord, how many... No, that must be my group, right? Right? Ooh, they're all done, but I don't really have many resources. Okay, so let's fight off this guy, or these guys. Then we'll get our others prepared, and then we can use those to fight off the Anarchist, the Wyvern, and the Flare. Then we can go here to take this resource zone, because they seem to be reinforcing faster than any other faction I've fought so far. Then go to here, then go to here. So that's our battle plan for today. Defend against these with the older designs, defend against this with the Nylev, take over this, throw a party on this piece of lava. There'll be cake and everything. This should hopefully be a quick battle. We have proven we can defeat all of these in the past, and now we are using the Nylev to fight them, which is an unfairly large design. So we have... Actually, no, I haven't seen you before. Maybe I have, I can't remember. But we do have the Bishop and we have the Stardust. So, let's go ahead and let's quickly fight this one off. After this, we'll be seeing the old designs versus the Scarlet Dawn. Enemy lasers? Our lasers. Maybe we should have made them anti-laser shields. Since the enemy do tend to go there, because obviously we have things of importance there. Ooh. Have I seen you? I don't know, but I'm really hoping you're meant to be in the water. Nope, you're not. Well, that is a shame. Oh, please say those shells are going to land on his friend. Oh, it'll be worth it if they do. Come on, come on, come on. Taste the rainbow! Oh, only 1 or 2. But even so, that was... Ooh. You can tell if... Oh, but you're stuck in the water. Oh god, even the torpedoes are going to get... Yeah. No, they're not. You're... Whoa, really vulnerable at the bottom. Did you just go? Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. That was a bit of a buggy battle. I didn't really catch all that much of it because I was distracted by the things. It looks like you're firing at the air, and the air itself is spawning blocks. God, you melt. Yeah, you don't have... See, this is what happens when you don't have much laser protection. Just look at the difference between this damage and the damage of the Bishop. It's insane, isn't it, the difference there? And that's why lasers are considered by a lot of people to be a bit overpowered. In my opinion, they're not. They just scale better than any other weapon in the game. So the bigger you make them, the stronger they are. and you can carry on like that forever. You can, of course, do that with advanced cannons, but their hard counters are more hard countery. I kind of want to see a torpedo hit something. Is that so wrong? Yay! Really? You went through him? I am disappointed, little torpedo. Everyone is disappointed. Yes, there we go. One hit. See, that guy made me proud. Ooh, what happened to you? Oh, you're melting now. Oh, you're shooting me with a laser as well. Well, aren't you a meanie head? Torpedoes. The water is clearly the Scarlet Dawn's worst enemy. Yeah, you're not meant to be in the water either, are you, buddy? How you doing? You look a bit hurt, honestly. It is a shame about the spawns. I was actually speaking to it with a few people who have designed Scarlet Dawn vehicles and stuff, and the amount of disappointment is just palpable. It's so sad. It's so unfair. Because there are some really amazing designs in the Scarlet Dawn that must have taken so long. Like, I took maybe 30 hours with the Nylev. I'm sure some of these designs took even longer than, well, much longer than that. They're so intricate and well made. I just made a big ship. These things are just glorious. Still taking absolutely forever to get killed. Ooh, you have smoke. Oh, smoke and anti-laser defenses. Are you the bishop? Yeah, so this is the bishop underwater as well. As you can see, the difference in laser damage is ridiculous. Anyway, I'll be right back. The bishop should be dead eventually. It's not like it's actually fighting back or anything. Oh, the memories! Oh, I am so happy to see you. You're gonna get gutted. You are gonna get absolutely destroyed. But my god. I need to build more craft out of wood again. That was so much fun. Because it is a challenge. But it has its own advantages. Oh, and you even have a little hole there so I can jump out of you and steal stuff. Oh, I love you, Cornflake. You're part of a heretical breakfast. Oh, yeah, you had a burst fire gun, didn't you? Because there's just not enough space in this tiny little body of yours. Especially after I added the armor. Yep, still have the ammo at the back exposed. Good. You're exactly how I remember you. You're kind of adorable because of it, honestly. Very stable. For something which has dual blades. I wonder what I would need to do to modernize the Bloodfangs and the Cornflakes to make them more eligible for battles with the later factions. I can see them fighting the Onyx Watch, but everything else is difficult. They did struggle a lot with the Lightning Hoods, and they only won because of the Malal's will, which just relied on massive amounts of firepower. Now these are not really big enough to have said firepower. I guess we could put a larger engine and then maybe use a particle cannon or a long-range railgun, make them sort of skim the edge of the battle, similar to the, what's it called, to the Medrungard. But then that kind of takes away the charm of these things. They're very cheap. They're throwaway still. So I guess in a way they are still useful. As long as they do a good percentage of damage to something, it doesn't really matter if they die, because they have almost no actual resource value. I'm kind of reminiscing right now, can you tell? Well, for the first fight, I think we're going to outnumber them a little bit. Okay, we're really going to outnumber them. And I do apologize for this, but I just want to see everything working together. This is the Strength 83 area. After this, we'll go to the Strength 150, and we'll use only the Word Bearer or only the World Eater, since those two are by far the strongest of this fleet. All the rest are very outdated and are made to practically fight against the Deepwater Guard. This is the Scarlet Dawn, the End faction, so naturally they're not exactly built for this. I don't think any of them actually have smoke defense. No! Tell a lie. The World Eater does. The World Eater does. You know what? This Cornflake, this is going to be the bravest Cornflake, and that's going to be where I am. Oh, I hope something dies. It'll be glorious. And pause time. Let's make sure everything is online. It is. Now, where are the victims here? Hello there. Whoa. I forgot that the World Eater has a really freaking nasty cannon. Lovely. Oh, no, you haven't. Oh, game. Why are you doing this to me? Ah, okay. In the next battle, if the enemies don't spawn correctly, I will start just restarting the game. So actually, this was the perfect fight to spawn everything in because we would have won anyway. Oy, oy. Kill the thing that's not meant to be in the water. Oh, look, little cannon fire. There they are, look, from the, there's the shells, the heat shells from the blood letters, the blood fangs, rather, which actually did pretty well. Oh no, missiles hitting the cornflake. EMP. They're EMP. That'll do nothing. It's made of wood. Little parcel cannon missing the other cornflake. You can't kill a cornflake. It's part of a balanced breakfast. You can't kill nutrition. You can't kill nutrition. I want that on my grave. Well, that was brutal. Look at it bounce. Oh, what a shame. I forgot how strong that thing... Oh, look at that lovely logo. Just beautiful. I mean, that could be a desktop wallpaper. Are we done? I hear him, I can't sit there. We are. Hello, torpedoes. Which one of you uses torpedoes, anyway? Yeah, the EMP did practically nothing. Oh, poor bugger. That was unfair. That was so unfair. Begin battle? With who? Cancel battle. Okay. Oh, you're in a really annoying... Okay, so change of plan, because I don't really want to fight these guys. We're going to move up, attack this area, so then we're primed to attack this afterwards. If those enemies haven't left the tile yet, we'll attack this resource zone. Sound good? Sound good. And we won't use everything this time. We'll only use the World Eater, not the Word Bearer. Or we'll only use the Word Bearer. One of the two. I love them both, but they both have lasers, which are arguably as strong, if not stronger, than the Nylev. No, actually, if we look at the numbers, it's not. Oh, really? You're after it, but you're so slow. And I don't know why. You're filled with craft, which should be faster than this. 177 meters per second. Oh, it's the flare, which apparently only goes at 3. Well, that's just silly, isn't it? Either way, I'll save the game now, and I'll keep on entering this battle until we have one where none of them are giving us the wrong altitude. I really hate restarting the game, but I can't have any more fights like that. They are so disheartening. Well, for the sake of transparency, we are going to have to restart the game. The Anarchist is spawning at altitude minus 27. The Anarchist is, of course, a very fast flyer. So that's one restart. Dire Harvest, Darkstar, and Wyvern all at the correct height. Huzzah! Okay, I actually don't want the Word Bearer in this fight, so sorry, you're gone. I'd rather have the World Eater, so it can be aircraft versus aircraft, which I think would just look very cool. Bloodfang will put you here, and I'll keep on going until we have equal force count. The enemy will massively, and I mean massively, have the resource count advantage. Oh my god, the Dire Harvest is how much? 612,000? That's as much as the Nylev. Well, almost as much as the Nylev. What are you made of? It must be made out of so much heavy armor, and then, I guess, shielding and stuff, but still! Okay, there we are, 3 Bloodfang. We can bring in one, could we bring in the second Cornflake as well? You know what? I will bring in the second Cornflake as well, because I just want to. Oh, and that actually does make us almost equal. There we go. 3 Bloodfangs, 2 Cornflakes, and the World Eater. Oh, God. Oh, we are going to be crushed. Though, to be fair, the Bloodfangs have proven to be really tanky. They do have layers upon layers of armor. The problem is it's all wooden armor, except for the very last layer, which is only there to add a little bit of extra armor value to the rest, because of how the layering system works in this game. I guess... Okay, I don't know what all of these have. I know the Darkstar has lasers. I have no idea what the Dire Harvest has, and I can't remember with the Wyvern. So I think the Darkstar will have to be our primary target because it uses a laser, but not only does it use a laser, it has lots of firing barrels, so the damage is split against a lot of blocks. That's what makes it so good against wooden armor and regular armor, and that's one of the main reasons I did okay against the Lightning Hoods with the initial wooden armored craft, because they only had a couple of shots in every second of the laser. It just couldn't core through all of those layers of wood as fast. The Darkstar won't be suffering from this, although my speech is. So I guess focus on the Darkstar. I don't even know about Dire Harvest. That thing's more expensive than everything here, totaled and times several times. And if we can take out the Darkstar, I'm happy enough. Well, here we are. One of the Cornflakes has just tried to hit the Darkstar and had all of its shells deflected. If you recall, the Cornflakes are using pure kinetic shells, and look at how tiny they are. Oh, God. Yeah, our only real hope is that the World Eater wins this quickly. The World Eater is very, very powerful. It is also a glass cannon. You lovely monstrosity abomination thing. It looks like all the enemies are actually focusing on the World Eater, which is actually best for us because the other guys won't survive the attention. So you're the Dire Harvest. Have we seen you? I remember people saying to me that the Dire Harvest is absolutely terrifying, and yeah, it looks it. Good, good, good. Yep, shells. Come on, keep on going. There goes the heat shells from one of the Bloodfangs. In fact, all of the Bloodfangs hitting there. Some of it actually doing a little bit of damage, which is good. Just don't focus on the Bloodfangs, please. Uh-oh. World Eater? Uh-oh, World Eater's hurt. Okay, the World Eater is flipping backwards. More missile. Oh, friendly fire there from the Darkstar. Actually doing quite a bit of damage. Incoming shells and a particle cannon hit to one of the Bloodfang. Oh, that looks bad. Oh, that looks really, really, really bad. Okay, one of the Bloodfangs in major trouble. All the others looking okay-ish. One Cornflake taking some missiles to the side, sadly this time not being EMP. The World Eater is still up. What happened to the Darkstar? Is it dead? You're not focusing on it, so clearly something's happened. Come on, Bloodfang, just stay there as the nuisance you were born to be. What is that bright light? Is it one of its... Oh, particle cannon shot, and... EMP shot hitting the World Eater, hitting the wooden side of the World Eater, doing minimal damage. Oh, come on, we've got a chance of actually winning this. Oh, come on, you can do it! For the Legion! Oh, yeah, you've took a lot of internal damage. Okay, yeah, the World Eater's looking pretty bad. It's like, it's on that point where if it gets hurt much more, it's just going to go down. Incoming a shell. Okay, direct hit. Lovely. A few direct hits as well from the Cornflakes. Not doing all that much. Oh, look at all those hits, though, from the World Eater. That shield is being really annoying right now. God, this thing can take some damage, can't it? How are you guys doing? Oh, please don't say two of you have crashed into each other. So, yeah, they had crashed, because of course they had. It seems like the lasers are actually firing over here, but they're so long range, it's just not hitting us. Okay, that's good for me. Still not focusing on the World Eater then. Although saying that, the World Eater isn't doing all that much damage, honestly. Oh, why did it stop? Why did it stop? Why would you stop? Oh my god, we've won! As the World Eater tumbles down, it just lost its propulsion. Oh my god! It's because he had so much EMP damage against wooden targets. Oh, I am the luckiest sod. Oh, there's all the cost. Look at that heavy armor. Oh, yeah, there it goes. The World Eater just died. If it lasted any less time. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. Oh, that is... Oh, accidental countered. We need another fight with this group. We lost one Bloodfang in the end. Behold the power of the old wooden vehicles. Oh, there's a quote there from a previous video, which I just had to resist saying. Oh, World Eater. You beauty. I feel, oh, we just got so lucky with that matchup. Okay, I'm gonna repair up. I'm gonna refuel. We're gonna do another fight with this group. Oh, you look so badly. Oh, look at that. The entire bottom section is just exposed. Look at... It knocked off almost all of that side. You guys were like the perfect distraction units. I've really missed using the Bloodfang. So, this is the battle versus the enemy which was a reinforcement of the Scarlet Dawn. Sadly, the Anarchist is indeed in the water, so it is what it is, sadly. Oh look, normalish water, blood everywhere, random line. So we'll just see how this goes. Hopefully the Anarchist can get out of the water. That would be lovely to see. No. No. Looks like the Anarchist is going to sink, although those missiles are going to be really painful. Can you guys please focus on the Anarchist? Heat Shell's actually doing quite a bit of work there. Yeah, the Bloodfangs actually do have a decent amount of burst, just because of those single cannons. If you put 3 of those cannons on a battleship, it just would do well. Missiles mostly missing thanks to the flares each of the Bloodfangs have. The missile spam is taking out one of the enemy's smaller craft. And it looks like it is going to be a win. Torpedoes being fired against pretty much nothing. So yeah, one more fight sadly where the enemy didn't spawn properly, but because this was a reinforcement, I couldn't just restart the game. It would still be in the exact same position. And because people keep asking me again recently, this is the settings we have in the campaign. Regular difficulty modifier, maximum on enemy growth, and maximum on enemy design difficulty. I thought it'd be a good opportunity with this just kind of stagnating. Hopefully as the game updates, this will be less and less of an issue. Yay, Cram Cannon's doing work! Lovely. Anyone dead? Uh-oh. Oh, that looked awesome. Cram Cannons have such a look to them. They're definitely not the best weapons to use in the game. There's very little reason outside of just coolness of them. I do adore them. Huzzah for a lot of redundancy on the Bloodfangs. You know, I didn't even think to use the Bloodfangs as distractions, but that's kind of how they were intended. They have a lot of rotor blade redundancy on the inside, they have extra thrusters on the bottom, they have layers upon layers of light armor, and they're very hard to just outright kill. They can be crippled eventually, but to actually destroy one and take it out of the battle will take a while. Then they have the anti-missile flares, which certainly get the job done, except for this time, because that one just really wanted to hit someone. Oh no, it did get distracted and then straight into a poor cornflake. Well, it distracted it from the other Bloodfang. Okay, skipping ahead onto the next proper battle. Well, once again, we're going to have to restart. Oh, the Omega Nightmare. Oh, that's such a shame. I want to see what you're like. 500 meter altitude? Are you a satellite? And there's the nightmare. Yeah, the anarchist is in the water, though. So is one of the other ones. Yep, I'm gonna have to restart this. Try to. The Bishop, Darkstar, Wyvern, Bishop, Stardust. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And by the looks of things, with the two bishops, yep, that's absolutely fine. We can indeed have this battle. Lovely. Why did I do that? I could have started the battle from where I was. I don't know why I just drove them into the enemy. Okay, Bloodfang, you go there. Other Bloodfang, you go there. You can go over here, because why not? Wordbearer, let's see how many points we get in the force count to start off with. I do like using the World Eater. Just because I really do love the World Eater. It was a pet project of mine. So we do also need the Wordbearer, and then there we go, equal force count, and the enemy still probably has the resource advantage, but still. Okay then, let's see how two bishops do. The bishops have proven to be really good, so against these, I'm keen to see what happens here. And here we go, the two bishops actually in the air. This is the Darkstar, which is meant to be in the water, and I believe, oh, maybe you are a little bit too low. Ooh, I love how they've done that with the light blocks. That's a really good idea. And by light blocks, I meant glass blocks. That's really pretty. I will, at some point, steal this. Taking the Darkstar at a much worse position this time with the World Eater. That's my fault. Didn't really think about that. Who's the World Eater even firing at? Oh, okay. I can see. Okay, one bishop has taken some damage on the underside, which is great. That was from the Wordbearer. The other bishop, however, is still barreling along. Oh, and the World Eater has taken a massive volley to the side. And by the looks of things, that is that. The World Eater is going down. Although I did forget I was still on a Blood Fang, which is very vulnerable. Why was I sitting there? I don't know. But yep, that's the World Eater in the background going down rather rapidly. The Wordbearer now taking damage. Why did I name things with such similar names with my speech impediment? I will never know. Oh, Bloodfang there taking some damage as well. Once again, though, proving that they are actually one of my sturdier crafts, surprisingly. Uh-oh, both of the bishops are still up. And both still firing. So is... oh, Lord, the Darkstar's still up this time. Yeah, a lot less luck. I will say we got very lucky with that fight with the... oh, no. Oh, how sad is that? Oh, come on. No, it's doing a barrel roll. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's doing a whatever roll. I forgot the name of it right now, but I don't know what it's doing, actually. Oh, it just got gutted. Yep, absolutely gutted. The Wordbearer is still going, though. But yeah, two Bloodfangs going down. The Darkstar really getting to work with that. Like I said, the Darkstar's laser is really good against unarmored targets or lightly armored targets. Cornflakes are still up. I guess they're just very low priority, so never really being targeted. It's trying its darndest. Oh, looks like the bishop's in the water. We have knocked down one of the bishops. Is the World Eater upside down? With its thing in the air? As an act of defiance! Oh, that looked nasty. Oh, the World Eater... sorry, the Wordbearer is doing okay. But, oh, that was a really nasty shot. I may change my mind there. That one last shot there at the end, I think it knocked out the engines. Or at least one of them. Yeah, it definitely has. I remember replacing the engines and placing them elsewhere. And that was the place I placed them. Oh, that was a hit in the butt. Yep, its main laser's off. I think the Wordbearer is going down. The last of the Bloodfangs is now fighting against the Dark Star, which it is definitely losing. We do still have 2 cornflakes. And the bishop is sinking. It's not much, but it's something to note. Yeah, well, that's them dead, isn't it? The Bloodfangs are down. The victory. Oh, one of the missile pods there dropping off of the cornflake along with one of its guns. Half its thrusters are down. I can't believe it's still airborne. Oh, how sad is that? Why do these things die in such a sad way? Let's pause time so we can get back over there. Let's have a look, see how this fight's shaping up. Well, we took out one of the bishops. One of the bishops was actually killed, so that's good. Considering how expensive the bishops are, that is actually pretty impressive. Seems like that little flyer is still up and running. Did you lose both weapons or AI? I think it might have lost one of its main AI. Oh, it lost lots of stuff. Okay, yeah, yours dead. I love how the shells are red from the bishop, because they blend in with the laser. I don't know who's firing those missiles. Oh, Cornflake, there you are, trying your hardest. Oh, I believe in you, little Cornflake. I mean, you are actually getting a couple of hits off, just... they're such tiny missiles, and this is after the missile nerf, so... Oh, look at that. Say hello to the Malal's will for me in the afterlife. One last flare fired just before it went down. That is gorgeous and horrible. Well, at least we put on a good show. I'll let it play out, and if anything more interesting happens, I will, of course, edit it in. But right now it does seem like we're just kind of sitting around, waiting for things to perish. Khorne cares not from where the blood flows, only that it does. Those shells as well are so good versus this type of armor. Well, this is definitely one of the most sad endings to a battle I've seen for both sides. So, before I surrender, this is how the battle looks. We have the World Eater with its anti-missile system still going, but only 1 of 4 engines functional, and none of the lasers functional. Its missiles have also been turned off. 1 of its cram cannons is indeed working, but it's in no position to really fire it. 1 bishop was indeed destroyed. I thought I saw it in the distance, but it was just still under the process of being destroyed. We have the World Eater here, which is pretty much offline. It has 1 AI left, which is not its weapon AI. It's lost its PID system, and overall, it's in pretty bad shape. The 1 bishop that survived has only survived because it didn't sink enough because of the shallow water, similar to the World Eater. The Dark Star has flipped and is in critical position. Its damage is much, much less than it used to be with its laser. Both cornflakes have been utterly destroyed. The Flyer is doing just fine and is having a whale of the time. And there is 1 Bloodfang just sort of floating, doing nothing, which I believe is also in shallow water. Nope, it is actually floating. Oh yeah, it's made of wood. Of course it's floating. It's a real shame that the AI controlling its weapons is not online because, as you can see, it's actually in a position to fire. But no, it's dead. So that's that. The Scarlet Dawn has won, but it was a fantastic fight and a lot closer than I expected. And I'm really, really happy with my old designs. I expected 1 battle with them. We got so many, and it was so interesting to see how they fared. And honestly, I think they could be viable with only a few touch-ups, which, again, makes me really, really happy. So, with that, I hereby surrender the battle. Since we would lose everything anyway, so goodbye. That was fun. And with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that From the Depths is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next episode, maybe I'll bring back the Malal's Will, the nukes, the soul cage, the hover tank, and a lot of the other designs we simply don't use anymore. Because it's fun, and we're nearing the end, and this is the best chance to actually get all of this done. Soon, we reach the Scarlet Fortress. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.